Hello, hello, friend. It's Tonton. It's a very exciting Monday morning. We just got the concierge sneak peek about state merger, two new events coming in the game in the coming days. I think it's Wednesday actually. And we got actually the patch note for the next update. So it's Monday morning, coffee in hand, just recording nearly just as I wake up. So let's go through it. The first thing is the state merger. So you will receive them today, tomorrow in game as well. I'll scroll through them very quickly, but we know that it's next week. So it's normal that we got them in advance. You can see what they do with some of the older states. So they're merging some of them. So the idea with this state merger is like if they merge them, some states regularly, they will just remove the dead states of these ranges, right? So you can see that got merged again recently. That's the third merge for them. So they got merged a year ago. They got merged, I think, in July with us. And they got merged again for some of them. Not every state from, 4 to 170 got merged, but really they are removing the dead states. Same here, they are removing the dead states. As you can see, I don't think we are impacted. I could not see us. It's kind of beyond us, and they are removing some of the dead states. So, next merger, they might remove some of the dead states for us as well. And then you can see the proper merger of, regular states that are being merged for the first time. You can see many of them. So that's all will be communicated in game. You can take the screenshots or you can ask on the Discord or in the comments. I'm not gonna search all states one by one, but this image I'll be posting on my Discord to make it more easier for everybody, but you will have them in game very soon. So that's next week. So the state measure, the way it works, they take 2 or 3 states, they put them together, you have a fresh start, the map is clean, so you will have to arrange with the other states, who is going which facilities, how do you do Sunfire Castle, stuff like that. My experience with it is very limited. We got it once. We got merged with a dead state with no alliances basically on it. So it did not change anything for us. The top 4 stayed our top 4. I think even like the stronger alliance of these guys that we merged with were like, after our farms even. So they were like 6 or 7 and they were after the farm and the alliance that are like very much secondary in the state. So for us, it did not change. For some people, it could mean war. You could be merged with either a bigger state than you, if you are the less active one, and they could decide to burn you. They can decide to integrate you in their alliance and, not leaving you much choice. It's like either you come with us or you burn. Like, it could be terrible. It could be amazing. Some states really became really, really strong. They were like half-dead states. But they had like 1 or 2 alliances instead of 4 that, good states have, or, between 3 and 5. 3, 5, 6, and then they are now starting to be 3, 4 good alliances. So it could be amazing, could be terrible, could be very tough. That's why you want to have transfer passes, because we know that 2 weeks after the merger, you will get a window to transfer as well if you are not happy. The range is already known. It's not known. We don't know for sure. We never know this thing for sure unless the devs are telling us. But based on the generation of heroes and the way they are rolling out, we have a good guess, very good guess, 99% chance on the ranges, and the ranges are available. We take that from Wosner Discord, but it's on my Discord as well. It's being shared here as well by everyone. So that's for the state merger. That's a lot of states being merged. That's mostly removing dead states, and if you're half dead states, you will have a new state that's probably not that dead. So that's the first part of the concierge. The second part is about the maintenance and the patch, right? So that we have to, that's Wednesday, because we are the 20th, it's Monday, so that's Wednesday between 6 and 9 UTC. So there will be that 2 new events, 2 new kind of feature in the game, plus a lot of quality of life improvements. And that as well really exciting, to be honest. Like I read through them very quickly before recording, so I did not have time to very much digest everything because I woke up an hour ago. So shower, reading, coffee, and daily Whiteout Survival and recording right away. So you guys get the information as soon as possible. But there are 2 new features, 2 new in-game features that are really cool, and a lot of amazing quality of life. And I'll give you a hint. It's like Snowbusters gonna be less boring by far. So no, it's really cool patch. I think that's one of the patches that got me really excited reading through it, and it's not always the case. So let me just turn a bit so I speak in the mic. So that new one is called Tundra Albums. Forge your legend in the icy realm. Gather scene fragments scattered across the tundra and piece them together into spectacular scenes. relive the timeless legends of the Frostbound era and make history yourself. So what do you have to know about it? It is a new feature other than so it's basically it is a new feature other than a certain type of mission that could read the progression data directly. So not too sure what that means. The accumulation of progress of the other mission will begin. So I guess what it means is like something they can use from the past, you know, whatever you did in the game, and most of it you don't. So because it's a new feature, it starts fresh, more or less. That's what I understand. The Mythic General Scene fragment packs will be included in the highest tier reward for daily mission. So daily mission, you understand what it is. It's like, you know, I mean, just in case the translation or whatever, it these things, right? So here you will get whatever they say that you will get, the fragments, right? So you will get some of these fragments, and if you already claim the highest tier reward, so on the day of the patch, so you know that they are very good with that, to be honest with you. You know, I've seen many games where they would not do that. If you played before a patch and you completed some events and they patch the game after, and then you get additional reward, they would not compensate you. Whiteout compensate you, I think, every time. So far, I've been playing the game for 2 years. I think they have been compensating every time, and sometimes they even add on top of it to say, hey, you know, we're sorry, we couldn't get the patch before at resets. We got it at 6 a.m. So, you know, so I think that's really cool. So you will get some rewards. So the idea, if you want them right away, don't do your Intel missions, like wait a bit. Do not collect the reward, for example, because you will get them 48 hours, but often they do it the same day. So the way it works, you accumulate these fragments and you can, you know, complete these kind of scenes. So you have the, I mean, I don't know what it is. Yeah, under the fire camp, so that's at the beginning, that's only Gen 1 heroes. That's maybe the time when they were looking for a shelter and they found, you know, they made your city. Then they were maybe the first night around the camp and then explore the world. So you have these kind of scenes that you complete with maybe something else than the daily mission, but that's what they say. So maybe there are other places, because here they mention something vague about other than a certain type of mission. So, you know, I don't really know what it means, basically. But you can see there is a leaderboard, there is a shop where you can likely recycle the one you already have. So you can maybe get a dust or a currency that you use to craft them again. And, you know, like in like the duplicate in Tundra Arms League, you can trade with your alliance. You get something in the backpack, so that's all we know. So you get these, you get some rewards. We don't really know anything about the rewards yet, so you know, it's a little addition. It's free stuff. I don't know if it's pay to win, but it looks free to play to me. You know, why not? Why not? It's not a bad thing. It's not gonna change the world, but that's cool that they're adding a few things. And, you know, it's bringing a bit of nostalgia as well for people that started the game. And, you know, like the first few months in this game often bring very good memories. You know, you are kind of a tight group. You get to know people, you get to fight together, to survive together, you know, against whales, against the, you know, the game. And so I think it's a little cool thing they've done here. So that's nice. The second one is leading. Oh, okay, so it's a new feature. Leading glory system. Each time your state qualify at the leading states during state transfer, that's something I missed when I read very quickly. It will receive a leading emblem. The leading emblem can be used to unlock exclusive reward, such as Sunfire, Castle's shield skin, state transfer event name card, Sunfire Castle skin and turret skin, and exclusive state title. Stay proud of your state. So that's okay. So that's cool. I think that's cool. People playing on leading states, sometimes they are like, man, it's so bad because they cannot recruit, right? They have a lower cap and they are in power, because leading state is one of the states that is the most powerful in the neighborhood. So that state that has the most activity, so they will win prep phase. That the state that are winning the battle phase because they got the biggest whales. That the state, you know, that they will be winning, you know, Alliance Showdown, like this kind of foundry, this kind of event, just because they have mega alliances, they have mega spenders, mega whales, krakens and stuff. So these are hugely successful state. And so at some point, the developers are like, okay, you're already so strong. we cannot, everyone will want to come to you, so we cannot kind of allow everyone to go to the strong state and not have anybody on the other stage, right? So we will make you leading state, so you cannot recruit that easily. You don't have as many, I think they have less special invites. I think they, there are limitations during the transfer phase, which I, did not look before, so I forgot a bit some of it, but it's very hard to leave. Like, some people really love their leading state because it's very, very powerful states and they win events, and that's often the tyrant states and that kind of thing. They are often leading states, but at the same time, as you cannot recruit, it cannot feel terrible. So by being a leading state for the long time, so like keeping your high standard, keeping your the amazingness, kind of having a leading state, is rewarded with that golden shield and these things. So it's a very small thing, but I think that matters because people on leading states, sometimes they are frustrated of being in leading states because they cannot recruit. So, you get something to be one of the strong states. Like, being a leading state is not a punishment, should be a good thing because you are one of the strongest states. You manage the way you manage transfer, the way you retain player, the way you help people to develop. Like, you manage to do something exceptional, right? So, and people see it currently as punishment. Like, okay, we did something amazing, then we cannot recruit, then we cannot play, we cannot enjoy the game, we cannot have fun, so it's terrible. So I think that's really cool. So that's kind of the second feature. Kudos to you guys. And I don't know, see like that, these tiers. So they say that every time you are a leading state, you gain 1 point. So I'm assuming that the first time you get the shield, and then second time you get the nameplate, and then when you are a leading state for 4 times in a row, for example, you get these, and maybe there are more rewards. So that's a small thing. They do more and more HQ skin, Sunfire City skin. It's like it's Dawnbreak City, so is that your city? Oh, is that the Sunfire? I think that the Sunfire, maybe with the cannons, right? With the turrets. Things like that. So they do more skins, like they do banner and HQ banners with the Tundra Albums League, so that's really cool. So overall, I think that's a good thing they do. To kind of give something back to people that feel frustrated to be in leading state. And then that the new game mode, a new event, so it's called Deadshot, when participating in regular events. So they say here that regular events is King of Icefield and Officer Project. You will have a chance of earning short sheets. So you can use these short sheets to play a shooting game. Hit the eye bull for beautiful reward. Every 2 chest keys collected can be used to open a chest. Okay, so you basically, in King of Icefield Officer Project and maybe other events, and you see like if you already completed, because that's, the patch is this week, is Wednesday. This event will start, midday, at between 6 and 9 a.m. depending on when they roll out the updates. So you will have completed maybe the last milestone, so they will compensate you if you do. Else you just wait a bit and wait for the patch to be out to complete it to do right away. So you basically earn a chance to shoot. You will be able to shoot, and based on when you shoot, you get some keys or something like that, and you can get some rewards. That's really it. As this event is being launched for the first time, we will send you login rewards for the first 5 days in advance. So they were saying every 2 chest keys collected can be used to open a chest that contain extra bonuses. By spending enough shot sheets, you can unlock the exclusive action emote. So you have an exclusive emote. I don't know if you can buy extra with packs. It's unclear that this event have a free-to-play or pay-to-win. Free-to-play clearly aspect, but pay-to-win it's very unclear yet. But that's a little addition on top, right? It's not like a big game mode or something new. I think, we are kind of filled with events in many ways. Some people are already complaining that there are too many events. So they're adding little things to do on top that could be fun. We don't really know the quality of the rewards here, except that there is an emote, but that's cool. That's adding a bit of interest for events that do not have a lot. So like most, Sayu states right now, they are not really excited by King of Icefield because that's an event that everyone skips to save for SVS prep. So only a few people push for it. So these kind of events, we even have some world that don't do the events anymore. Like the rewards are so bad that they don't even care to do the events anymore. They just save for SVS prep because the rewards are so small compared to what they get for spending that, why not just saving for SVS prep? Because you spend 10 times what you get back. So if you care to win SVS prep, then just spend it on SVS prep if you're a big whale. I would not agree with that approach for like smaller players, because I think it's good to get something back for what you spend regularly and to progress regularly. But some bigger whales, they just gave up on these. because it's just too much maintenance and time. So we are coming down to the quality of life, to the update content. That's as well really, really exciting. Many of these are really, really exciting. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but I'm a bit sleepy, I'm a bit sick. I'm speaking from my nose kind of thing. But when I read most of these, I was like, yeah, that's cool. Sometimes these patch notes are like very boring. There are not much to really work with. Here it's amazing. So the first one, Air Force, we love it. Auto for bear hunt added the auto register feature, which is taking the last time slot, right? So bear, if you have them on the right schedule, it never overlap with any other events. So we have bear today, for example. So Monday we have bear. So that's when you want to have it. So you don't have it today on Sunfire Castle Battle. You don't have it on some other days. Some people prefer to have it on Sunfire Castle because you get the buff to do more damage, but it does not really matter, to be honest. For us, like we prefer to have one event today. So tomorrow we have Crazy Joe, we don't have bear. Else, if you have bear tomorrow, you will have bear and Crazy Joe together. And that could be a lot of time online after a while for people. Back to back, it's like an hour. And it could be a lot for people, so it could be draining. So it's easier to do 30 minutes a day. So do your bear on, you know, on today, 2 days from now, 4 days from now, and stuff like that. That will be my advice. So auto register, amazing. Castle battle reduced to 5 hours, which means victories after 2.5. I think that's really cool. You know, we are used to Sunfire Castle Battle. We spend time in Tyrant more. We spend time in Tundra Albums. Like there are other big events to spend time on. SVS, it is very rare that you need the 3 hours to kind of see what's going on. I think 2.5 hours make more sense for the castle. They made a survey not too long ago and they asked us, I think, up to 4 hours. So they are going slow. It used to be 8 hours for castle. Many of you do not know that, but it used to be 8 hours. And thanks God it was 6 after that. 8 hours castle battle was just terrible. Like, you know, it's 2 more hours of healing. I mean, at least one. It was really taking a toll on your resources. People were, you know, burning out. So I think this event being more common and being less important, especially for the local one, the SVS one is still very important. It just makes sense to reduce it a bit. It's not the main end game of the game anymore. It used to be. Daybreak Island, I added a basic decoration, marble fence, whatever. Lighthouse intel mission. So upon reaching furnace 15 or VIP 15, you can claim all. You get a claim all feature. So that's amazing. We wanted that for a while, so you just can, you know, send your troops whatever and just claim all, and that's it. And VIP 5, furnace 15, that's all good. That's the 0.5, I'll likely make an updated guide on Alliance Championship with it. I hope it works the way I, helpful way, let's say, because it's a bit unclear. But added the batch adjust feature to the troop info page, allowing Air Force and higher officers to adjust lane more efficiently. We'll see how it works. It's such a tedious act to do the lanes sometimes. That's, you know, sometimes I'm like, I just wish there is like a collapse all the laps into one, all the lanes into one, because sometimes you want to redistribute all the players, so just a button to put all the players into one lane, or you just want you could have a button that allow you to split and say, you know, I want whatever percentage of the power in each lane, and it does the split for you the best way possible, things like that. That will be really handy. So we'll see how it works tomorrow, if that's a bit unclear. While using a territory teleporter, you can freely adjust and select your target location before confirming. If your target location is within your alliance territory teleporter will be used first. So this means they're gonna not use your advanced teleporter if you have territory teleporters. So the territory teleporters are the blue ones, these ones. So these mean that these are a lot more valuable now because they use not to. So I don't know if you want to buy them from here, but you might want to buy them from here when you see them now. You might want to buy the territory teleporter, because I think why they do that is you need so much teleporter for Tundra Arms League. There are so many teleports you need to burn for that. So, giving a use of these, and these cost me at remove of, at minus 40%, they cost as much as a purple teleporter, and when you teleport back to your hive, they will be used, and they will, so like these are worth to buy at minus 40 because they cost as much as a purple advanced teleporter, if that makes sense, right? So that's how you should think about them. These, I don't think they are mentioned, so I don't think they work, but that will be amazing because now you can choose your placements, and as long as you're in your territory, it's not linked to HQ as much, right? It's ready to teleport to your alliance territory. So buy them from the store, which means I need to update all my guides from the store. They are totally worth it now. They are as valuable as the purple ones, basically. Unless you get too many of these and you don't, you cannot use these in foundries and stuff, but I will save you the purple one for later. So that's the part I really like. Snowbuster, increase fuel consumption and reward for snow clearing, numerical adjustment only without changing the overall rewards. After a certain level, monster in an area can drop multiple Snowbuster maps. So that's really good. We need to understand what does it mean and at which stage they drop multiple. But that means you can complete your collection faster, and that's a bit of an advantage for spenders. So, if that starts to be at level 15 or so, that's cool. If it starts to be above 23, that will be only for spender that will get to their collection faster. Overall, I don't think it's make it more paid. It's city skin. Everyone will get them eventually. For me, I don't think these things are terrible. I think it's a good thing in the sense that these things, some items are so small in terms of drop rates that it's highly frustrating for people, and you don't have the, in the fishing tournament, you have these items like the Poseidon horns to select what you want and to complete your collection. You don't have anything in Snowbusters. So, if they allow just for more drops, so overall, you have just more chance to get it. I think that's okay. Added a feature that allow you to exchange fuel for a rocket after clearing area 16. I don't know how efficient would that be, but that could mean that at 16 you just start to change your fuel and you just spam rockets. You spam 3-4 rockets at the beginning of each map. You get 1 magnet, you collect, you get your furnace 3, you save a lot. So we need to make some calculation and see how efficient that is. Added the red features, which become available after you reach 24. You will be able to clear stages quickly by spending fuel. So that's, you will want to, if that's not retroactive based on what you cleared in the past, you will want to unlock that immediately. Again, we need to see if it's really efficient. If it is efficient, that means that when you reach 24, you might want to spend $5 to do it once, whatever. Then you will complete all your first levels with that feature, with the red feature. You will complete it all, and you will just play maybe, half an hour. Just to push the last one, right? The one you cannot complete with fuel. So here we need to see between the rockets and between that, like, is it fuel effective? Is it worth it? Do you go further by just playing the game yourself because you are a good player, or can you just go further because that's very cheap to buy? But we all knew something will need to happen because that will be boring to do over and over and over. Snowbuster pass optimization using rockets, no grants, no points. So I think that the event like you have for the free to play $5 pack and $10 pack kind of track and packs that you progress slowly. I think it's just, if you use rocket, you just progress these. Chief gear. So we have the T4 legendary, so the stats and all of that is on the Discord already. We got the leak, kind of the information from the Chinese server. It's a Chinese company making the game, so they have Chinese-only servers, which you have to play with your Chinese ID, like it's something linked to the Chinese government, and they have global servers. And what happened is, like, often Chinese server got things a bit in advance. It's a lot easier for them. They don't have to do translation. They don't have to do localization. They don't have to do a lot of things, like when you might not realize that, but when you work on a mobile game, if the word in Chinese is that long and they design a new UI button, in French it might be that long. And then it could be 3 words in another language. So like on mobile game, it's quickly a headache when it comes to localization, translation of the game, and UI is like, depending on the name of stuff, it takes a lot of work. So if they produce and publish fast on the Chinese server, then it just take time for other teams to localize and work on with Apple and work with Android. Like that makes some kind of sense to me for having worked in the industry for 10 years. Some people dislike that, it is what it is. When I used to work for US companies, European and Asian will be upset that, events are old, more in the US for fans, things are, things like that. That's just the way it is, like the company is from where it is from, and that's just life. So something cool. Labyrinth shop, you get, so that's something I spotted today. So that's something I wanted to cover with you. before I've seen that, so I did not understood it meant T4 Wednesday, but it will mean T4. So that's the new chess. You can get it here. So if you have that, it means you get T4 basically. That's all you know if your state is eligible for T4 is do you get that in the labyrinth currently or not? If so, you get T4 on Wednesday, if not already now. Alliance Ship, the weekly purchase limit for polishing solution, design plan, and hardened alloy. So they just allow you to get more because you can spend more. And Crazy Joe, when you reach T4, so for us, we'll get an update on rewards. Personal reward ranking and alliance ranking will be updated. So that's cool, more reward. The next two one I really like, Frozen Tyrant and Tundra Albums, introducing stage reward for all chief at furnace 20 or higher in the top in the states of the top 10 chief for occupation ranking. So if you state push to manage to get someone in the top 10 of the occupation ranking, so the occupation ranking in Frozen Tyrant means individual, it's based on the rally leader accumulating time, it's not per alliance, it's per rally leader. So if you have one of your rally leader in the top 10, then you will get reward for all the states. We need to see kind of what that kind of quality of rewards are, but that could be really cool because one of the issue we had with this event is like you make a super alliance for Tyrant, it's 60 people, you make a super alliance for Tundra Albums, it's 50 people, and everyone else is left behind. So now, like by doing that state effort, you have a reward for some of the top players. So additionally, the Tyrant gift will now appear at random location near the Sunfire Castle instead of a fixed position. Okay, that does not change anything. And they did something similar with Tundra Albums. So rank determinate state reward for all chief of furnace, level 20 or higher for the top 4 legion. So, we just finished, we got eliminated in the round of top 8. So we are somewhere between, 5 and 8. So, we would not get these, but, as a super state, because we had another alliance that tried to make their own, use some of their wells to registers and stuff. And these guys, they got eliminated first round, and that will what I will expect of any other small, like Alpha Alliance in the sense of like half of the whales came to the Super Alliance with us. So they had like, free to play, a bit of penders, a few whales, so you will get eliminated right away when you do that. That's just the way the structure of the tournament works. So either you need 2 strong alliances or something like that, or just 1 super alliance. I think that's what worked the best. So, but if you go to top 4, you get some reward. So I think it might, I think it's cool. If your state is making the sacrifice of having less player to play and less player getting rewards, and if you rank, it's a bit more pressure, but if you rank, you get that. So that's really cool. Is it a bit restrictive, only top 4 and top 10? I don't know. Because that means many people will be left behind with no rewards. Foundry battle, after occupying a building for 30 minutes, you get more points. And 2 drawings as well. So the issue, and you get more personal points. So the issue here is people not managing to get the 180k personal point to get maximum rewards. And because when you cannot fight, you don't get a lot of points by holding buildings. So if you don't do 5 or 6 march in all the buildings, you will not get your 180k points. And even if you do 5 or 6 match in all the building, often you don't get your 180k points when it's a no match and you don't have to fight. So by doing that, they will, if you know your alliance is dominating, you should be able to get to your 180k points and to get the maximum reward. That was quite frustrating to win, clearly win the match, and not being able to unlock your minimum, the maximum reward for yourself, individually. So that's really good. Mercenary Prestige, when your states unlock Fire Crystal 8, a new Legend initiation will be introduced. So I don't know if it's a 3rd layer with 5 new difficulty or if it's just a 6th one, right? But I think because it's an initiation, I think it's a full batch of new difficulty. So you will have 3 tiers now of reward, and the last one, I think the second one unlocks Fire Crystal 5, and this one's gonna unlock Fire Crystal 8. For us is Mercenary Prestige is very easy for a long time. We don't have any challenges doing the highest difficulty. I do it with my farm, I do it with my main. I use Gina and Wallis Bokan all the way. I don't have to think. I just use the horns to share the reward with the alliance, but there is no need to do it. So that's more reward as well. That's really good. The Labyrinth introduced the alliance member leaderboard, allowing you to view your alliance performance. That's cool, but whatever. But that's cool. if you care. Fortress Battle. When your stats unlock Gen 3, Phaeton Mercenaries will become more powerful. The power of Phaeton Mercenary will continue to grow. So I think that could mean as well to prevent some of the solo march of the weaker player, you know, that steal these buildings. Because for rallies, it's never gonna be an issue, I think. But that might prevent, like, you know, Furnace 30 just going and snatching the rewards, first occupation. I think that's probably one of the reasons they do that. Map, added the wilderness button onto the map. When zooming in or out, you can tap this button to quickly return to your city's location. I guess cool. I need to see how it works, but you know, I don't have much issue with that so far. But that might, sometimes it's a bit, you know, depending on where you already have the button, right? But sometimes it's I mean, sometimes you cannot return to your city when you zoom out. You can. You have that. So your city location. So that's where, right? So you cannot return. You can return to your city, but you don't have the little button to return to your location. So that's just what they're gonna have. That's okay. Group chat. So that's really cool. For, you know, Air Force, people managing the states, managing chats. Added the feature to allow group admin to transfer the roles to other players. So if you are the admin and you quit the game or whatever, you don't have to disband the chat, make a new one, reinvite everyone, you just give it to someone else. That's cool. Introduced the group chat invitation confirmation feature. When enabled, members must get the group admin approval. So you have a R5 chat, you have someone in charge of it, and you know, you cannot invite random people, so they snatch information or whatever. You know, they need to be approved by the group admin, you know, which secure kind of, you know, critical chat, I guess. And as well, they can make important announcements. So I don't know what that means to group notice, but you might be able to make announcement. So I don't know if you have a vote going on in R5 chat, you know, for all your alliances or for your state or council chat. Maybe you can stress it out with that and say, hey, you know, let's go. We need to vote on that, or we need to make a decision. Chief Stamina introduced a limit to the stamina you can collect from the storehouse or through the Arctic Wolf skill based on your furnace level. This limit will be lifted when you reach furnace 30 or above. Okay, I'm not too sure about that one. I guess you get less stamina when you are not furnace 30. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. I guess you get less stamina. Don't think it matters much, but that's a bit weird. Heroes mission, because you get a lot of stamina now with Agnes, but Agnes is available like Gen 3.5, so you are furnace 30 by far, so I'm not really sure what the intent here. Or what the problem they are trying to fix. If you guys can think of it, let me know. Heroes mission introduced the claim all feature for progress chest. That's okay. Injured troops added orange and red indicator to the injured icon on the map, depending on the number of severely injured in the infirmary. So that's okay. I guess, you know, when you fight, you have that little button somewhere here, and it might have a different color, just to tell you, hey, you know, take care of your troops. That's fair enough. Backpack, adding learning speed information to resources and speed up summary, so that's cool. March skin, upgraded the Cyclone Runner and the Symphonic Parade skin. So which are these? If I don't have them, we won't be able to see them, so... So, Cyclone Runner... It's not this one. So I'm not sure which are they, right? Symphonic Parade, this one, right? So that I thought that was this one. It did this one. Oh, okay. So they are improving the last two skins, upgraded. So I'm very curious to see what they do. Maybe they found them less popular somehow, less used. People purchase them less or something like that. So they are kind of stepping up a bit. Some of these skins, when they are very accessible, to my opinion, I don't know if that's intentional or not, they become less good. Same with the city skins. The pay to win, like the very tough pay to win ones, are amazing. The one that free to play can get in some ways, they feel not as good as they used to be. So I don't know if it's like they want to make like different kind of quality of skin in terms of, you know, the harder it is to get, the more money you need to spend, the better looking it is. So we'll see with these, but I'm a bit less of a fan of some of these recently than the older ones. You know, I found this one very cool, this one really cool. Some of them were really cool, that not really, but so we'll see what they do here. We'll see what they do. Might need to make a follow-up video with some of these changes. Mustadius, I never used it, you know, just put myself as gaming all the time, and added a new sword, wielding soldier mood, in case you want to go to war, or you feel like you want to fight, I don't know. That's maybe a way for people to look for duels, you know, for like the Brother in Arm event, kill event, so, you know, they must just have that, and, you know, like, if you're in the wilderness with that emoji, you are ready for a fight, I don't know. We'll see. And Trek, adjust the page layout by swapping the position of the Trek supplies and for to Trek button, okay, whatever, in the top right corner. So the last one are whatever, but, you know, a lot of cool things, a lot of extra little adjustment that I found were really exciting. Even the Tyrant and the Tundra Arms League, the new 2-game modes, the extra things from the leading states and the merger, so it's a big one. That's already nearly 40 minutes, I'll keep it short now. But that's a big one. I'll post like some of these images so you guys can have a look for your own state on the Discord. The description, the link is in the description. Consider joining the Discord, consider subscribing. Thank you very much everyone for your support. The channels keep growing, you know, every stream is more interesting to me because there are more interaction, there are new people I don't know. It's even cool, you know, to interact with other opponent states that we played against, like many people from 925 that we lost yesterday against. Tundra Albums came and we talked, and that was really appreciated and was really cool. So thank you very much for being part of the community. A lot more to come for us. Thank you. See, you know, if you stick around, please share the Discord, you know, with everybody else as well, and share the channel for everyone you care that they know about the game more. And, you know, keep me accountable to the highest quality of information. So if something is outdated, if something is not done properly, ask. And if I don't do it, ask again. You know, it's life. I have other things to do as well. So I might forget about certain things that I said I would do. So don't be afraid to ask me. I'm not gonna take it personally. You know, if don't ask me 3 times a day, but, you know, 2 times a week, whenever. If you're like, I said I will make a video and I did not. I said I will do that written guide and I did not. You know, once a week, twice a week, that's fairly okay. There is no problem with that. I'm not gonna get mad at you. It's really important that you keep me accountable to that. So, you know, I'll try my best, and at the same time, you have my fail safe. If something is not good enough, just let me know and I'll fix it. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye bye.